Hi, let's discuss what are these white category HCs, what are their environmental compliance requirements with special reference to BMW Management Rules 2016 and how to apply for BMW Authorization for white category HCs. Okay, now what are these white category HCs? So if you look at this document, you will come across a list of industrial activities which are grouped under four headings based on their pollution potential. Those with the least pollution potential fall under white category, and as the industrial activities pollution potential increases, they move ahead from white to green, orange and red. With respect to HCs, so these all these HCs fall under this white category. So even health camp falls under this white category. You are bound to comply with the white category relevant environmental requirements. So there are no green category HCs. There are orange category. So any healthcare establishment which has more than 30 beds and producing less than 100 kiloliters per day wastewater without incinerator. So those are other such healthcare establishments fall under orange category. So anything above this specification, they all fall under red category. And then environmental compliance requirements of white category HCs. So whatever we discuss here is limited to white category HCs. Okay. The first requirement is related to consents or NOC. These consents or NOCs are a sort of license given to an establishment uh, to carry on their activities by doing certain degree of pollution. Means consents are a sort of license to do certain degree of pollution. There are different types of consents relevant to different stages of an establishment. Let that be. If you look at Water Act, Air Act, Environmental Protection Act and their respective rules, you will realize that all polluting industries are required to take the consent or NOC. I mean to say, other category organizations are mandatorily required to take consents or NOC. However, white category industries by nature are having least potential to cause the pollution are exempted from consent mechanism. That is, white category industries need not have to take the consent. However, these white category industries are required to take an acknowledgement stating that they fall under white category and are exempted from the consent mechanism. For these industries, I mean white category industries, the acknowledgement itself serves as NOC. Okay, so if you look at these two documents, you realize this exemption clause related to consent for white category as well. Then, for this acknowledgement, the establishment has to apply either through online or offline mode depending upon your state jurisdiction. Many states have made this application procedure, rather whole processing procedure online. Some states are still progressing towards this online facility and they are at present practicing the offline mode. Well, let that be. So this acknowledgement is having a validity of a lifetime. No? So once you acquire the acknowledgement, you need not have to continuously renew it. So it's having a validity of lifetime, that is 100 years. The second requirement is related to authorization. So this authorization is a sort of permission given by the prescribed authority to an establishment for generating certain quantity of biomedical waste and scientifically handling the same. That is, authorization is a sort of permission for handling biomedical waste. Okay. If you look at Biomedical Waste Management Rule 2016, you will realize that all HCs, irrespective of the category they belong to, has to obtain the authorization. To obtain the authorization, an establishment has to apply either online or offline mode, depending upon their state jurisdiction, as in the case of acknowledgement. So similar to acknowledgement, authorization also is having a validity of lifetime in the case of white category industries. However, for other category healthcare establishments, the validity of authorization is synchronized with that of consent. That is, both consent and authorizations expires together. There will be one-time fees for both acknowledgement and authorization. So this one-time fees varies across the states and is subject to revision. That is, so time to time also it changes. In Karnataka at present there is no fees for authorization. You please look at this document where this no fees clause is mentioned. If you are to obtain biomedical waste authorization, it becomes very necessary to be aware of the silent features of Biomedical Waste Management Rules 2016. In this set of rules, it is made clear what is this biomedical waste, what are its qualitative and quantitative aspects, then how to manage this biomedical waste. Now, if you understand or be aware of these aspects related to biomedical waste, so it becomes very easy to obtain biomedical waste authorization and also to comply with the conditions prescribed in your authorization. Okay, so with this context, so what is this biomedical waste? So there is a big definition. If you are from medical grounds, it becomes very easy for you to understand. Now, qualitative aspects of BMW. If you look at this document, you will realize that all the waste generated in a HC can be divided into three types: biomedical waste, general waste, and other particular types of waste. So general waste may include many of these things and is governed by Municipal Solid Waste Rule 2016, to which you are complying through your trade license. Then you have other particular types of waste uh, which are influenced by uh, their respective set of rules and regulations. Uh, Compliance to those requirements is altogether a different topics. Further, many of the white category HCs may not have to comply with these requirements. Now, a little more about this biomedical waste. So, these wastes, in addition to any other waste generated during these processes, fall under this biomedical waste rule, rather biomedical waste category, and are required to be segregated under four color coded categories. So yellow yellow category includes these things, red category includes these things, white, then blue. So all these type of waste comes under this biomedical waste. Quantification of BMW in a HC. As per this guideline, which has a cross reference to WHO guidelines, in India, which is a developing country, the rate of waste generation, no? So total waste generation in any HC is 1 to 2 kg per bed per day. So out of this quantity, 15% is BMW and the rest is general and other types of waste. So these two aspects, if we incorporate to this equation, we get the tentative quantity of BMW mm, expected to be generated in a bedded HC. Okay, so in non-bedded HCs, the number of beds can be substituted with number of patients. We again get the tentative quantity of BMW expected to be generated in that non-bedded HCs. So this quantity needs to be split under four types of BMW depending upon the type of treatment the HCE offers. Okay, in some HCs yellow may be more, in some other red may be more, so like this, so we can distribute this tentative quantity across these four types for any HC. So it is necessary to have a clear understanding about the qualitative aspects and the quantitative aspects of their BMW. If they are aware of these two aspects, it becomes easy for them to manage their waste. Now, management or handling of biomedical waste. Please refer these two documents along with this BMW management rules 2016 version. Okay, so this management BMW involves many steps. All of them may not be relevant to all the HCs, especially for white category HCs. Maybe very few stages are relevant. So these stages you need to identify. I mean, the relevant activity you require to identify, because so when you are applying for authorization, you need to specify what is the qualitative and quantitative characteristics of the BMW that is expected to be generated in your HCE, and also you have to mention for which all the activities you require authorization out of many activities. Okay, so the first activity is generation of BMW. So here you require to have a clear understanding of qualitative and quantitative approximation about the BMW that is expected to be generated in your HCE. Okay, so once you have done this qualitative and quantitative approximation, you require to identify the points of generation. So which are the places you treat. In those treatment places, is there chances of generation of waste? So these points of generation, so all the places where the waste is expected to be generated, you require to identify. At each point of generation, you require to segregate the waste into four categories as previously discussed. So at each point, you require to place the relevant type of bins or bags which are color coded, bar coded with labels or type description. Periodically tie these bags and retain them. If you are having two or more points of generation, then shift those BMW bags to a central storage area. If you are generating certain hazardous BMW, then subject that waste to disinfection or sterilization as per WHO guidelines. With respect to effluents, again you require to subject it to disinfection as per WHO guidelines, and then let it to secondary treatment facility, or you may even let it to UGD system, which ultimately goes to a secondary treatment facility from corporation side, let that be. So the waste that is stored, the stored waste even after disinfection, so all of this requires to be handed over to a combined biomedical waste treatment facility, uh, at least at an interval of 48 hours. That is, so not more than 48 hours you can retain the BMW in your premises at any cost. Okay, these people collect BMWs from their member HCs and transport them to their dedicated storage facility. From here on, depending upon the type of waste, the type of BMW, they either dispose or treat and dispose the waste. So this data, I mean, the final action taken on individual BMW, barcoded BMW, they will be retaining and handing it over to uh, the HCs from where they collect the BMW, and also to the pollution control board. So you have to maintain the records pertaining to qualitative and quantitative aspects of the waste that you generate, and the periodicity at which you handed over your waste to these people, and you have to collect the final action taken on your waste, and all this data has to be submitted back to the pollution control board in the form of returns. Okay. Additionally, you also have to maintain data related to any major accidents involving BMW, which might have resulted in some significant impact either on environment or on health. So this data also has to be maintained, like, so what happened, when it has happened, what action taken. So all this related to all this, the data has to be maintained in a logbook. This also has to be submitted immediately to the authority, and along with other BMW data. So this data also has to be submitted through your returns. So you require to maintain a lot of data. For this you require to keep a logbook. This logbook requires to be updated periodically, and also as the event happens. Okay, so this logbook should be retained for at least 5 years, and also should be made available to inspecting authorities. Okay. In addition to biomedical waste, there are other types of waste and hazardous chemicals. They are being regulated by their respective sets of acts and rules. Radioactive wastes are regulated by Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, which is a separate entity. Uh, Almost all other types of waste are regulated by, rather controlled by, pollution control board, and this genetically modified organisms aspects are regulated by MOEF and CC. So uh, these things may not be of much relevance to white category HCs. Now the important part of our presentation, that is application procedure for BMW authorization. The procedure what we are discussing is with reference to KSPCB, that is Karnataka State Pollution Control Board. So this procedure may slightly vary from state to state. However, if you know this procedure, maybe you can extrapolate the same procedure to your state requirements. So before proceeding, it's necessary to keep a certain set of data. So most importantly, you require to have these data related to biomedical waste. Okay. So in addition to this data, you require to have your administrative data like name, address, so those things. And now the important part of this presentation, that is online application procedure. Let me remind you again, this is with respect to white category HCs and with respect to Karnataka State Pollution Control Board. Okay, to complete this application procedure, you require certain data. So the data includes this general informations like the name of the HC, owner or authorized person, contact details, address, so certain general details you require. Apart from that, you also require this qualitative and quantitative aspects of the waste that you expected to generate. This we previously discussed. So this table is of very important to complete the application procedure. Then you require certain documents. So the important document you require is the agreement. So you require to come to agreement with a authorized treatment facility, stating that they will take care of the waste that you generate as per BMW rule. So this agreement copy is required because you have to upload this document. Then you require a land document related to land. It may be a rental agreement, lease agreement, so various other types of document related to land. Then photographs, so barcoding facility and color coded bins. So this, if you are doing on your own, you may be having the photographs. If you don't have, you can approach the uh, treatment facility, so they will provide these photographs. So these photographs can be uploaded. And then if you are not generating any liquid biomedical waste, so this waste water treatment facility may not be applicable. If at all you are generating a liquid biomedical waste, you may require a primary waste treatment plant, that is primary ETP. So this photographs also are required to be uploaded. So if you don't have this, so you can approach the consultant or the provider of this primary ATP. So they will give you the photograph. So these documents are required to complete the online application procedure. To be on better side, I mean, it's better to download form 2 of BMW rule and rehearse. Okay, so if you rehearse, then it becomes very easy for you to complete the online application procedure without mistakes. Okay, type KSPCP URL and open its web page. Then click on this online application icon. Here you click on white application icon. Now white registration icon, because you require to register before filing the application. So you will be directed to this interface. Complete the application format, enter the name as it is there in your relevant documents like trade license, land agreements and all. Enter survey numbers, plot number and others. This is not mandatory because there is no red color superscribed star. Then choose the taluk in which your HCE is located. So once you choose your taluk from the drop down menu, the district and regional offices will appear. So for any clarifications, future communications, you may have to approach the regional office that appears here. Okay, provide the address, pin code, mobile number. So mobile number is very important because the future communications will happen through this mobile number itself. So be careful while providing this mobile number. Then password, there are conditions. According to that, you frame your own password. Then click on this register. Once you click on, if the data provided is correct on all aspects, your HCA will be registered with a registration number and password, what you typed here. Note down these things and enter OK. Go back to this page and click on the step 2. Here you note down these instructions we covered, excepting that the document should be in PDF and photos should be in JPG. Now enter your XGN ID, that is the registration number. Previously you noted down, and the same you also might have received in your mobile. Once you enter your registration number and press tab to shift to rather to shift the column, you will receive a password, and the page also gets refreshed with an option to enter the OTP, and the OTP also will be delivered to your registered mobile number. So enter the registration number, that is ID, password and the OTP which is there in your mobile, and the captcha, then sign in. Okay, now step 3. Here you require to fill and file the application. For this, click on this form 2. The form 2 will appear. First you will get part A. So here you choose the type of your HCE from this drop down menu. Enter the name of the person who is in control of this HCE. It's better if this mobile number you previously entered is Aadhaar linked to this person, and also he need to have access to this email ID which you are going to, or which you require to enter. If at all you have landline and website, you may enter here. Okay, so then you require to choose the activities for which you require authorization. Previously we discussed many steps of BMW management. In this, which all are applicable to your HCE, you choose. Since you are a white category HCE, it's better to restrict to these three activities and outsource the rest to the authorized treatment facility. If at all you want to extend your activities, you may have to require additional documentation and all. With those documentations and all, so you can choose even the other activities as well. Then we are here applying for new authorization, so we are not talking about renewal. Okay, so then it is about the information is related to consent. We are white category, so consent is not applicable, so choose no option from this drop down menu. From here to here the things are not applicable to your HCE. So here you require to provide the information about the GPS coordinates of the location where your HCE is located. So this you can derive or retrieve from the Google map. So enter the coordinates up to fourth digit from the decimal point. Here you require to provide informations related to your HCE. If at all you have treatment beds, you enter their number. Otherwise, leave it as such. If the system prompts you to enter, then you may enter 0 in this space. Then the number of patients to be treated per month. So this number you require to enter here. Rather, from the drop down menu you require to choose. Remember, these two informations you might have considered while quantifying the BMW. So the same thing you require to enter here. Only the thing is, so the BMW calculation is per day, whereas here you are providing the information per month. Okay, so remember this and enter the values. So next, you require to provide informations related to BMW. So the table we previously prepared, so the data can be extrapolated to these spaces. So once you complete these aspects, you click on this part B, so you will be directed to part B. Here you require to provide informations related to biomedical waste handling arrangement. So first, transportation arrangement. There are two options in this drop down menu. One is one vehicle and another one is combined BMW treatment facility. Unless you are remotely located, you opt for this combined waste handlers. Okay, so here you upload the land document. Here you upload the agreement or MOU with waste handlers. This point is not applicable to you. It is related to authorization renewals. So this is for white category, it is not applicable. So in this portion you require to upload some photos related to barcoding facility, then color coded bins photo, then liquid waste treatment facility, I mean treatment plants photo you require to upload here. This is not applicable, leave it as such. Once you complete this filling of application, you accept the undertaking and click on this save option. You will get a pop-up which instructs you to verify the data again, because at later stages it may not be possible to edit the data. Okay, so once you make sure yourself that you have provided the right data, so click on this OK. You will be getting a inward number. So this inward number you note down, and this also may be delivered to your registered mobile as SMS. Okay, so after that you come back to this page and click on this fourth stage. So here you will get e-signature of your application option. Okay, so you click on this e-signing option. You will get this interface where you require to enter your Aadhaar number, which is linked to your, preferably your mobile number which you previously entered. Once you enter the Aadhaar number, generate OTP, enter the OTP and verify. So your application will be submitted and your application appear like this. You can go through the application uh, for your correctness. If at all you feel to make some corrections, you may have to visit your regional office and request the authorities to make corrections. After this, wait for your application to be scrutinized. Don't ask me how many days. It depends. Okay, till this icon appears, then you click on it. Your authorization appears here. You can download and use it for your various purposes. Okay, then this is important for us. Thank you.